we could just get your name and your position here at Ole Miss.
Stephen Goforth. Last name is spelled Goforth, and my position is assistant professor and advisor to broadcast media at Student Media Center, which includes television and radio.
Okay, and why did you decide to come to Ole Miss to teach?
I was working at CNN and had been about 8 years, done about everything I could do there, and was looking at what else I wanted to do. And I'd always enjoyed teaching. I'd been an adjunct before and taught Sunday school, college Sunday school for years. And on top of that, this sort of job played to my strengths personality-wise. So I decided this would be the thing that would make a big difference for me.
Okay, and now it's obviously Journalism Week. Who has been your favorite in the past or even this year to come speak?
The last one, actually last semester, Roger Franceschi came, and he spoke to the class, and actually you can go online and watch his video of his speaking. It'd be worthwhile. He was terrific, and he recommended a book which I've now handed out to like 5 or 6 people since he was here, and that's a book called Transitions by William Bridges. And his whole thing, he's a guy who's advised CEOs of companies in Silicon Valley and things like that, and his advice had to do with change and dealing with change, which is perfect for people involved in journalism because now the whole industry is changing, and so understanding how to adapt and how to go about wrestling with these changes is a critical factor for anybody going into it.
Okay, and who do you think would be just interesting to have come speak here?
Actually, I would be interested in not so much a name person, but somebody working for a company that's involved with either research related to where new media is going, like Forrester Communications or some company like that. They could give you insights into the dynamics of what people are using social media for and things like that, or maybe a site that's keeping up with these things, like Mashable or Bongbong. There's some odd sites out there, but they'll give you a vibe about where things are headed potentially in the future, and I wouldn't mind hearing somebody from one of those organizations come visit us. It might give us a good insight into what we can expect in the near future.
Okay, and is there any way that you see or suggest students get more involved with this week?
Well, attending the events is the biggest single thing, and if you're smart, what I would do is if you find a speaker who's really either in the area that you intend to go into as a career, or else it's somebody who is just a fantastic speaker. What I would do is try to get up to them and introduce yourself to them and possibly make it so that you could contact them later. Get names and email addresses. It's amazing how many people will stay in touch with you if you'll write them back. Hey, you came to Ole Miss and I heard you speak. It was great. And you never know later on that can. So you got to be thinking, making contacts all the time. People coming here, you only see a brief period of time, but could very well they might be in the very city where you're going to end up as a job coming out of college, and it might be that there'll be another contact you can come to and ask for advice, and that comes into play. That helped me a lot by always looking for that opportunity.
Great. Okay.
Good. Well, I just have one more question,
Yeah.
and she kind of covered it. But being a teacher and a professor, like taking that out of the equation, just as someone who used to work at CNN, what do you think is the value of these kind of weeks at schools?
It's very valuable in this kind of situation where you can feel isolated and not connected with the larger media that's going on. So this gives a chance to bring in people who are going to give a little, enlarge your vision and hopefully help you see some things going on in other places besides here. And a lot of times I think people here will react to things in the South and Mississippi are going to be kind of a little, sometimes a step behind things. And so if you bring in people who are in the forefront of what's going on, are involved in it day to day, especially from other areas of the country, you get a sense of what's going on in those areas. So I think that brings something to the table that professors can't do on their own because they're living here as well as the students. So you can go online and look at things, but there's nothing like talking to people who are running around New York or Atlanta or LA or something and are dealing with media in those situations and or advertising or whatever the area they might be working in is.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.